Ever wonder what fueled the ultimate ancient warriors? Forget everything you think you know about gladiator diets. Hollywood always shows them feasting on mountains of meat, celebrating victory with a juicy steak, right? Well, prepare for a jaw-dropping revelation. We're about to dive deep into historical records and cutting-edge science to uncover the shocking truth about what these formidable fighters actually ate. What if I told you everything you thought you knew was wrong? They weren't feasting on steak. They were eating, well, you won't believe it. This isn't just a history lesson. This is the secret to peak physical performance from ancient times. And it might just change the way you think about nutrition forever. Let's smash that myth right now. The image of the carnivorous gladiator is largely a modern fantasy. The real evidence, hidden for centuries, tells a completely different story, although scientists have literally looked inside their bones. Recent archaeological discoveries, particularly the analyses of gladiator remains from a cemetery in Ephesus, Turkey, have given us an unprecedented window into their lives. By studying the chemical composition of their bones, specifically the levels of elements like strontium and zinc, researchers found something astounding. The results pointed overwhelmingly not to a diet rich in meat, but to one that was almost entirely vegetarian. Their bones showed incredibly high levels of strontium, an element that accumulates from eating plants. This wasn't a fluke. It was a consistent pattern across dozens of individuals. This is where historical texts perfectly aligned with modern science. The Romans had a nickname for their gladiators, Hordearii, which literally translates to barley eaters. Pliny the Elder, a Roman author and naturalist, wrote about this. For a long time, historians weren't sure if this was a term of endearment or an insult. Now, we know it was a simple statement of fact. Barley was the cornerstone of their diet. But why barley? Think about it from a practical standpoint. You're a lanista, a gladiator school owner. You have to feed dozens, maybe hundreds, of men who are training relentlessly every single day. Meat is expensive, a luxury. Barley, on the other hand, is cheap, abundant, and easy to store. More importantly, it's a powerhouse of complex carbohydrates. This provided the slow-release, sustained energy these athletes needed to get through hours of brutal, physically demanding training. It was the perfect fuel for endurance. Forget the steak. These warriors were powered by grain. But you can't build the physique of a gladiator on barley alone, right? You need protein for muscle repair and growth. This is where the diet gets even more sophisticated. The barley was supplemented with a rich variety of pulses. We're talking about lentils, fava beans, and chickpeas. These legumes were the protein backbone of the gladiator diet. They are packed with protein, fiber, and essential nutrients, perfect for repairing torn muscle fibers and building strength. They also ate a variety of vegetables and dried fruits, which provided necessary vitamins and minerals for overall health and recovery. This wasn't just a random assortment of plants. It was a carefully constructed nutritional plan designed for elite athletes. It provided a powerful combination of carbohydrates for energy and plant-based protein for strength, directly countering the modern misconception that you need meat to be strong. Their diet was a testament to the power of plants, long before it became a modern trend. So, they had their carbs and proteins sorted. But the gladiators had another secret weapon, a kind of ancient sports drink. After training, they would consume a special concoction. It wasn't a fancy protein shake, but something much stranger. A drink made from ash. Yes, you heard that right, ash. Specifically, plant ash or bone ash, mixed with vinegar or water. It sounds bizarre, but there was a brilliant scientific reason for it. The bone analysis I mentioned earlier also revealed that gladiators had much higher levels of calcium in their bodies compared to the average Roman citizen. This ash drink was a potent calcium supplement. The intense training and frequent injuries meant they were constantly at risk of bone fractures. This calcium-rich drink helped to strengthen their bones and speed up recovery after a tough day in the arena. It was an ingenious, if not very tasty, solution for skeletal health. Hydration was also critical. They would have drunk copious amounts of water, and this ash and vinegar mixture would have also helped replenish electrolytes lost through sweat. Much like a modern sports drink, they might have also used various herbs for their medicinal properties, aiding in everything from inflammation to pain relief. So, What can we take away from the legacy of the Barley Eaters? It's incredible to think that this ancient dietary strategy is so relevant today. We see modern athletes, from endurance runners to weight, embracing plant-based diets for peak performance, citing benefits like faster recovery and sustained energy. The gladiators were pioneers of this philosophy 2,000 years ago. Their diet wasn't a sign of poverty. It was a calculated nutritional strategy that maximized their performance and chances of survival in the brutal world of the arena. It challenges our simplistic historical narratives and proves that our ancestors had a profound understanding of nutrition. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other historical misconceptions are we still holding on to? What other ancient secrets are waiting to be rediscovered? Thank you so much for joining us on this journey back in time. If you found this as fascinating as we did, please hit that like button. And do forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you miss our next deep dive into the hidden corners of history? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What historical myth should we bust next? Until then, stay curious.